Hey, what's going on, guys? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today I'm going to take a look at Flint OS running on the Asus Tinkerboard. Now, I just did a video on the same operating system running on the Pi 3, so I suggest checking that out either before or after. If you're not familiar with Flint OS, it's pretty much a standalone version of Chromium for your Raspberry Pi 3, the Asus Tinkerboard, and your x86 platforms. It runs really good on the Asus Tinkerboard, a little sluggish on the Pi 3. Now this has a lot to do with Samsung because Samsung had put out some Chromebooks that use the same CPU and the same GPU as the Tinkerboard. So I'm not sure if the Flint OS team got the kernel from over there, ported it to this board, or what. Either way, the Tinkerboard is more powerful than the Pi 3, but it doesn't have the community behind it just yet. Hopefully in the future, this will have more development behind it, but now there are a handful of operating systems, which is pretty great. If you ever used a Raspberry Pi 1, the very first one that came out, for the first 6 months the thing would crash all the time. I mean, it was a paperweight for me. I had one about 2 days after it came out, and I couldn't use it for about 2 months. Let's go ahead and check this out. First up, I want to test a few games. Now, one game that I tried to run on the Pi 3 was Cut the Rope. As soon as I launched it, well, I don't want to run that one. There's another version here, like a standalone version. Yeah, here we go. As soon as I cut the rope, it would go black screen. Now, the Tinkerboard runs this really good. And I don't play this game, so I'm not trying to be awesome with it or anything. I don't even know what the deal is. Oh yeah, then I gotta pop it. So we can go on to the next level, and then the next level, and then the next level. One game I wanted to run on the Pi 3 was Spelunky. This is the HTML5 version, and it runs fairly decent. There are a few little hiccups, but as time goes on, I'm sure this operating system is going to become really good. This is the very first day it was released, and this is the first release for the Tinkerboard. Got a little graphic glitching going on. Seems like VSync is way off, but it's still playable. And I'm dead. The other thing I tested was YouTube playback, and I used one of my videos. I'm going to try the same exact video on the Tinkerboard that I did on the Raspberry Pi while running the same operating system. I can only get it to run smoothly at 360p on the Pi 3, so we'll see how it does on here. Just full screen Chrome here. And I'll go back to the beginning. So right now it's at 720p. Let's see how it does at 1080. I'm going to give it a few seconds to buffer a little bit, like I did on the Pi. And we'll see if it runs. Still got a lot of buffering, a little slow down. We'll try 720p. One thing that really stresses the Pi out on every operating system is full screening YouTube. So this is at 720p 60 FPS. Few hiccups here and there, but it runs a lot better than the Pi 3 ran it. That was because we ran out of buffer there. Give it a second. There we go. And if we go down, it's just going to perform better and better. Last thing I tried to test was a photo editing app called Polar, and it would not work on the Pi 3. Got a black screen again. And this seems to work pretty well. We can go ahead and edit this photo. So you can import your photos from Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever this supports. I don't use Chrome OS, so I really don't know what to test, what everybody uses all the time. So this is actually a really cool operating system if you just want to do some web browsing, email, document editing, text editing, stuff like that. For the Pi, YouTube is pretty much unplayable except for 360p and below that, but as you saw, the Tinkerboard does handle 720p pretty good. I wouldn't call it perfect playback, but this is the very first release. So I just kind of wanted to show you this real quick running on the Tinkerboard. If you want to install this and you're using Windows, use Win32 Disk Imager or Etcher. Etcher will also work in Linux and Mac, so no matter what operating system you have, you'll be covered installing this to an SD card. Really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check out that Pi 3 video running Flint OS so you can see the difference between the two. And like always, thanks for watching.